Hey guys, welcome to Kung Prep Sunday. So today we're going to talk about different ways you can teach a trick. I talk about this in my online course on how to train a trick, and specifically how we can manufacture a trick, then put it on cue and make it into a party trick. And it's all about capturing, shaping, or prompting, and how each of these things are different. So first we're going to talk about capturing, and this is something I teach all of my clients. It's something you can do any day, every day, all day long. I call it my lazy trainer hack, passive training. So you just happen to be doing things in the day and your dog offers a behavior and you go, great, I'm going to pay for it because I like that. Funny enough, you see this video, this is Brooke just scratching herself. In theory, I can capture this. So I can say, yes, give her a snack for itching herself. Then in the future, she does it again, and I keep rinse repeating that. And if I know kind of when she's about to itch herself, I can say, scratch, and then she scratches herself, and then I give her the treat. And then over time, she can learn that cue equals this behavior, and she should, in theory, scratch herself. This is Peanut. Peanut, when I first rescued her, she really liked to spin counterclockwise. Sometimes it's really slow like this video, sometimes it's very fast, depending. But it's her kind of like, I'm expecting something to happen, excitement spin. But this is something that she just naturally did. So then I was like, great, I'm gonna put this on cue to dance. So you'll see this video.
Dance. Good girl.
And she spun, right? And so I learned to anticipate when she was about to dance. I would say dance, she would go and do it, and then over time I was able to put it on a cue. Right, Peanut? You'll see in this video Jack, okay? I am teaching him not to jump up on me. And the biggest thing here is I'm just kind of moving around, and the second he approaches me, still with his 4 feet on the floor, I click and I give him the treat. And if he happens to jump on me, no problem. I just wait till his 4s are on the floor and I click, give him the treat, okay? So this is capturing. I just happened to be in this moment and I just wanted to see if he'd offer the behavior. And if he did, perfect. I clicked and gave him a treat for it. So shaping. We have a terminal behavior that we want our dog to do. Let's say lay down. So Jack, I'm trying to teach him how to lay down. And he can't quite do it. He's a puppy, he doesn't know how to fold his body into it down quite yet, which is very common for a lot of puppies. But he can do a sit. So perfect. I lure him into a sit, and then I try to lure him into a down. And you can see in this video, he pops his butt right up. He can't do it. He doesn't understand what I'm asking from him with that food lure. So I'm going to pay him for his closest approximation for what he can do. And that's to fold forward and touch his nose to the ground. All right, that's all he can do. I'm gonna pay for that. And I'm just gonna keep paying for that. And while I'm paying for that, I'm gonna see if I get anything that looks a little bit more like a down. Did I get the little bit more version? Perfect. I can require that now. I move on to my next set of 5. This is really important when you're training a trick that your dog just quite can't get, you know, that manufactured trick that we ideally want, but can they do kind of a variation, and can we slowly start to morph it to the behavior that we ideally want? This is shaping. So also, this next video is Andy. Andy, I was teaching her to pick up a stuffy and carry it to her mat. Stuffy. And so I taught her how to pick up her stuffy, and that was no problem for her. Now I wanted her to carry it a distance into a specific spot for mat. So I always click for her picking it up because that's what she could do now. And then I paid her over on the mat. And then I watched to see if I got anything more than just the picking up. So you'll see in this video, she picked it up, I clicked, she kept carrying it. Grab your stuffy. And then I fed her on the mat. So after enough repetition of this, and I noticed that she was carrying it to a certain spot after I clicked, all right, I can start requiring that. Grab your stuffy. your stuffy. Some situations when you're teaching shaping, right, you need to be a little bit conservative. Yeah, they're doing that new variation really well, but you need to be forgiving and make sure that you are really pushing to a degree of difficulty that you know your dog's always going to be successful on. All right, we don't ever want to have a repetition where your dog is losing. And then I just lure her back, which segues into my next topic, prompting. All right, this is probably a really great option for manufacturing a trick, and I talk about it extensively in my online course, How to Train a Trick. It's free, guys. Anyway, so the biggest thing with prompting is that it can be anything. It could be food lures, it could be crouching down and happy talking, anything that kind of makes that dog do the behavior that we want. And that's how we can manufacture the trick. Sometimes luring our dog could actually have mixed emotions. I mean, they might be willing to work for that treat, but the thing that you're luring them to do could be really scary. So if you do have a dog who's a little bit more fearful, capturing and shaping are a really great option for them. But if you have a dog that's pretty confident, then luring is a totally great option, and in a lot of cases, maybe our only option for that behavior. And it's definitely an option that you can get behavior really quickly with. So I'm going to show you guys a video of me luring Peanut to jump over my back like a little leapfrog. You'll see the progressions that I use to lure my dog over my back, and then I eventually start fading that lure. But that's how it started, was with just a food lure behind my back to lure her onto my back. Then here are some examples of me not using a food lure, but other type of prompts. Here is Jack. I'm trying to get him to walk with a loose leash, or well, just generally walk, because most puppies, when they're in their gear, they don't really walk. And I just do a little foot stomp, and that kind of gets his attention, and he kind of is like, oh, what's that? Moves towards me, and then I give him a snack. And I'm like, perfect. So I just keep doing that, and I eventually bleed that into being less of a foot stomp and more into a regular walk, so I don't have to foot stomp my whole walk with him. And then in my next video with Jack, you'll see me installing a recall cue. So I say, Jack, come. And then I start prompting him to get him to come, because this is something that he intrinsically motivated by. He's just like, oh, what's going on over there? You're making fun sound. I'm gonna come over and investigate it. Come over. That's the behavior I want. So I use prompting. It was really easy with him. With even low distractions, he was able to come off that toy. So we have it: capturing, shaping, prompting, and how we can use those to make a trick. The next videos I'm going to show you are kind of something that's like comprehensive. So I have a block, and I wanted to teach Peanut to kind of rebound off of it. So instead of just jumping up onto flat things, I want her to kind of ricochet off of diagonal things, or even like a wall, but I don't know if she'll get there. Maybe I need like some more agile dog, like a Jack Russell Terrier or something, but anyways, I digress. But anyway, so she just has this kind of thing where she just jumps up on things whenever I'm sitting near things, right? So now I capture it. Like, I just see she jumped up on thing, I just give her a snack, because I'm like, great. Just standing near things that are up high, that are kind of at her level to jump up on, that to her perspective seem flat, she jumps up on. So that's where I started. okay? And so I started with the block on the wall there in the environment that I wanted this behavior where she could do it. Boop, boop, boop. Perfect. Now I wanted it diagonal, right? I wanted her to ricochet off the side. And I was like, the second I put this on an angle, she's gonna be like, I can't jump up on that. So, but will she interact with it at all? So I put it up on an angle to see if she would interact with it. She did. She put her 2 front paws on it. Great. So I fed. And I'm feeding in a way where her momentum will want to go this way as well. We'll go into feed for position on another Kong Prep Sunday, something I'm very passionate about. But anyway, so she's got the 2 paws. Perfect. It's not exactly what I want, but I'm gonna shape it. So I've got the 2 paws happening, and then all of a sudden, boom.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm gonna pay big for that. There's more. Go find it. Good girl.
So I changed up my payment. You see, I jackpot her. I'm just like, oh my God, yeah. Because matching law. The law of matching law is that, I don't even think I should say it that way, but I'm going to, is that dogs adjust their behavior to match their payment. So if I only paid her for that really big behavior, the same that I was paying her for the little 2 paws, I probably wouldn't get more of it. She'd be like, well, I just do the 2 paws. Okay, is this what we're doing? Great. Oh my goodness, this is so easy. Boop, boop. I get a snack, I get a snack, I get a snack. So I started paying her big for any time I got the full 4 paws. And this whole time, I'm not prompting her at all. I guess you can say I'm prompting her because I'm standing near something that is an object that she would jump on. Okay, so over the history of learning with her, I prompt her with jumping up on things. It kind of gave me a leg up on this plan. I think my favorite thing with regards to not like cueing your dogs and prompting your dogs and just kind of having a baseline, a repertoire of tricks that they can do. So Peanut, she can jump up on things, she sits and she downs and she spins. These are kind of her baseline behaviors. And then I can kind of put in context, environmental cues that kind of start to feed these natural behaviors she has. So she'll be like, hey, you got your tree pouch on, this thing is here. In the past, you know, I've done this, this, and this in these different locations. You know what? I'm gonna give it a go. See if I get some payment. The dogs are just operating in their environment. And you'll see in this video here, Peanut was just like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do other things and see if I can also get payment. This is fun. So you can see that she's kind of like jumping on me and then interacting with me and seeing like, is there anything else I could do to get payment? Thanks for tuning into Kong Prep Sunday. I hope you guys learned something. And hopefully you guys can take some really great tips away from this on how to train a trick. And if you want to, check out my online course on how to train a trick and send me some videos of your dog doing tricks and stuff like that. If you can, hit subscribe and hit the like button because it would be much appreciated if you shared this worldwide. And tune in to next week.